So we are back here on the Choose954 Podcast, episode 47 from the beautiful Lilly Pulitzer location on Olas with store managers Abigail and Taylor. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
If you didn't know about Choose954, we started a social movement to cultivate culture and community here in Broward County to keep people in the know with all the great things that are going on and make this a better place to live, not just a better place to vacation. The point of the podcast is to connect you with amazing people like them that are doing important things in the community, and they're doing invaluable service, which we're going to tell you about in a little bit. This podcast is brought to you by and sponsored by the 1,000 Mermaids Artificial Reef Project, creating artistically crafted artificial reef modules to help save the natural reefs, create research opportunities, ecotourism, and awareness. To find out more, you can log on to www.1000mermaids.com. That's www.1000mermaids.com. But without much further ado, why don't you tell us about where we are and this beautiful Lilly Pulitzer brand here.
So we're located on Las Olas, right here in Fort Lauderdale. We opened about 2 years ago this October. We were originally opened as a pop-up store where we were going to have a temporary location that was going to be open from October to April. But we made such an impact on the community that they're keeping our store as a permanent store, and we're going to have a store with full build-outs and wall paintings.
How about that? And I noticed the mural on the outside. I think that's really cool too. Like, you have so much color inside, and then you guys added color outside, and you really are adding color to the boulevard. Can you tell us a little bit about just like the line and the brand and kind of the story behind it?
Yeah, so I think we definitely stand out in the retail market for our bright colors and patterns and prints. We definitely like to be that happy, light kind of brand for our customers, and with the mural outside, it's actually attracted a lot of people just for a photo op to come down here. And all of our paintings in stores, and then if it is on the outside of the stores, yes, they're beautiful, are done by our in-house paint artist. So they also do all of the designs on our clothing as well.
Tell us a little bit about what you guys are wearing here.
So this is a maxi dress. It was in our first delivery of fall, resort fall. It's a very easy piece to wear. You can actually, one thing that's really nice is it looks like it's silk, but you can actually wash it at home. It is not silk. So it still has that elevated piece to it, but it's definitely still being resort wear because it's lightweight, so it's perfect in warmer areas. And Taylor actually has on one of our shift dresses, which is a classic for Lilly Pulitzer.
Always in stock.
Yes, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
So this is an always in stock. Navy, white, and gold are our signature colors. We tend to always have those three in our stores, navy and white being primarily nautical colors. So we definitely fit the Fort Lauderdale lifestyle with all of the yachting, boating, and just the outdoors life that we kind of carry here. So it's cool that we're able to cater to everyone here. If it's luxletic going on a run, if it's just day wear like Abigail and myself are wearing, or if it's evening wear, we're really able to cater to all of those events.
And one of the really cool things that made this happen, and we'll talk about the 1,000 Mermaids collaboration in a bit, is that you guys have a mermaid print and some mermaid lines. Tell us a little bit about what we have here.
So this is also a shift style dress, which was a Lilly Pulitzer original. So that is our kind of our main piece for the line is the shift dress, and this is called Mermaid in the Shade.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a beautiful print, and as you kind of look more in on the print, you can see the different mermaids all throughout the print. And this was in our fall delivery as well.
And this is for mom, and then this would be for?
This is for the mini. So we are a multi-generational brand, which definitely sets us apart from other brands. We carry men's, we carry minis, and women's.
I did not know that either.
Yeah.
Here's the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a new print that came in.
And this is a cool one. It's called Colorful Camouflage. And it's another classic shift that Lilly Pulitzer does. She loves the classic lace going down the sides or just the detailing. And there's an opportunity for the whole family to be matching in a brand that lasts.
Yeah, and it really is cool that now that I've come in here and now that I've gotten to know you guys and your brand, and now that we're having this collaboration in support of the Thousand Mermaids, I do recognize as I'm walking down the boulevard that you're adding life and color to women's lives. Can you talk a little bit about Mrs. Pulitzer and kind of how this came about with the shop and share concept?
Yeah, definitely. So Lilly Pulitzer was married to Peter Pulitzer, and they moved down to Palm Beach Island, and she was there. She was a housewife. She was enjoying that life, but she didn't feel that she was whole. So she went and had some advice, and that she was feeling like in a really dark place. And the advice that she got was to start a hobby or a job. So she used fruit from Peter's orchards to start her juice stand. It all started with a juice stand, is a phrase that we use quite often. And with the juice stand, she became very aware that her clothes were quickly getting stained and ruined from the juice, because as soon as you have like a white dress on, peach or orange stains are going to ruin your dress. So she had her seamstress make colorful prints. Some of them were even made out of like the curtains in her living room, with these fun designs, and that was a way for her to disguise the prints or the stains, and people were wanting to buy the clothes more than the juice. So, and
from that juice stand,
our first store opened on Worth Ave, and this past year we reopened a location on Worth Ave where you can go in and have custom shifts made. And
Lilly Pulitzer is not just local to South Florida. How many stores throughout the country now?
I think we have somewhere in the mid-60s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so it started down here.
Yeah, it started in Palm Beach.
Wow.
And the brand really has just evolved over time. And,
amen.
Yeah.
And it's become kind of like a household name now.
Yes. But Lilly Pulitzer is really trying to stick to some of the core values, like keeping the shift dresses, keeping them loose, and all of those things. Like, they're always trying to find new things to bring to the community, but also sticking to her roots.
And classy.
Yes,
exactly.
So resort chic.
Yes, and so it's a really beautiful thing. I didn't know actually that there was a South Florida tie, but having come from a juice stand to 60 stores is amazing. And you guys are so gracious and kind to have created this shop and share opportunity to support local nonprofits in the respective communities where your stores are located. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that concept?
So Lilly once said, if you don't have somewhere along the lines, if you don't have charity in your heart, you have the worst kind of heart trouble. So that is something that we really live by and stick to today. And all of our stores do participate in these what we call shop and shares, and it's where we partner with a 501c3 nonprofit, preferably someone local, to really get the community involved. And during this time frame that we do the event, we give back 10% of proceeds to that organization. So it's a great way for everyone to get together in the community and just give back. I think at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about.
That's great. And I didn't know until my partner and myself, Mr. Andrew Martineau, walked in and we inquired about the mermaid print, and we're so glad to find out that not only you have a mermaid print, but then when we told you guys about the project, that you guys offered us to participate, and apparently there's not so many nonprofits that are taking advantage of this. So if you have a local nonprofit in the Broward County area, feel free to reach out to them. Super warm, welcoming, accommodating. They put together this event. So our event is benefiting the Thousand Mermaids next Thursday, August the 29th, from 4 to 8 p.m. They put out light bites, champagne. Yes. We're going to have one of our mermaid selfie tails out there that you might have seen at like Riptide or Tortuga or Pier 66. I'll be out here answering any questions, talking about the foundation and what we're doing to help save the reefs. We're very excited to share that we did, after 2.5 years, just put our first 1,000 Mermaid Artificial Reefs in the ocean this week.
Woo!
Yes,
Yay!
It's a very exciting time. So I can tell you more about the project, and if it's something that you would want to get involved with, have your legacy, your family's legacy, your company's legacy live forever under the seafloor as part of a revolutionary project. I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face. why don't you just tell us, in closing, what's one thing that you would want somebody to know who maybe hasn't stopped into Lilly Pulitzer before?
I feel something to me that's really important for the women that haven't come in, and maybe they're not coming in because they think it's too bright and too colorful or too printed, is that we have something for everyone. That's not, if you're the person that only wears black, we do carry black in certain times of the year, but we also have solid colors where you're able to really transition them into your wardrobe. And I mean, if you're here, you're welcome to try on anything, and you never know what you might like.
And you know what? It's not all just, I mean, there obviously are beautiful colors, but then you have...
Yeah, I have like a very simple navy dress on where you kind of can style it for any occasion. I don't think it'd be as recognizable as some of the prints, like the ones that we're holding, but it's, if you know, you know. Like, a lot of women would see my dress and immediately know it's a Lilly Pulitzer. And like your dress, I don't think they would immediately know, but the more you look at it, you can kind of see touches like this guy's animals inside the print, and
Awesome.
there's several things.
And I didn't know that you had men's.
Yes, we do have men's. We
And
have
boys.
a piece for the whole family.
And juniors, yeah.
Yes.
You could have the whole family style.
We love them.
Where
They're so cute, right?
It is very cute. Where could they find you guys on the social medias? You know?
So we do have a website, it's lilypulitzer.com, and then we also have an Instagram handle, which is Lilly Pulitzer
Yes.
as well.
And they're on Las Olas, just east of, or just across the street from Louis Bossy, pretty much.
Yeah. Exactly across the street from Alex and Annie.
Yeah, and pretty much across the street from our first Zero Empty Spaces location on Las Olas. If you didn't know about Zero Empty Spaces, we started an initiative to activate vacant commercial real estate to help support our local artists, because they kept coming to us saying, there's not so many artist studios available, and if artists don't have places to create, then they have to leave to go pursue their craft or their passion or their creative outlet other places. And we're big arts advocates and community builders and creative problem solvers. So we started this initiative to make affordable artist studio space available at $2 per square foot, including the water, the electricity, and the insurance. We have our first location on Las Olas. If you're an artist, and you're interested, you can find out more at zeroemptyspaces.com. If you're an artist that wants to connect with other artists, we do this really cool thing where we do an artist potluck the last Sunday night of the month. Right now it's just for artists. We're going to open it up to the community in the future. But you come, you get to collaborate and have conversations with, obviously your contemporaries, other like-minded individuals, talk about struggles, opportunities to collaborate, what's going on in the scene, and we're all very much alike, we come to find, when we have these open forums and conversation. So it's the last Sunday night of every month, so it's going to actually take place this Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. 914 East Las Olas is our first Zero Empty Spaces location. We're very glad to have our next AAF Creative Zen event coming up Friday, September 13th, the second Friday morning of every month. Creative Zen is a monthly breakfast lecture series. It's a mini TED Talk that we hold for free for the community to, once again, connect, engage, and inspire people. That's what we really try to do through Choose954, is foster a sense of community here in Broward County, where I'm from, and by bringing people together with like free events that are curated and programmed, we've been able to do so. So our next speaker is Paul Esposito of Olas Creative, a speaker at sea and a marine conservationist, big supporter of the Thousand Mermaids Project. It'll be at the Marine Environmental Education Center at the Carpenter House on Hollywood Beach, otherwise known as the Meek. It's always the second Friday morning of every month. The doors open at 8:30. The talk starts at 9. You're out of there by 10. Free breakfast bites and coffee by Cow Bakery, and it's a really beautiful event. I really hope that you'll join us. And generally the night before then, have you guys been to Raw Storytelling?
No, I have not. Have you?
It's our version of the Moth. It's this Creative Zen is the second Friday morning of the month. Raw Storytelling is the second Thursday night of the month. It's a free event. True Stories Untold, coffee shop downtown Fort Lauderdale. It's an amazing event. You can find out more at rawstorytelling.org. I'm Evan Snow at EvanSnow13 on Instagram, at Choose954, at Zero Empty Spaces. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm an open book. We really hope that you'll join us Thursday, August 29th, here at Lilly Pulitzer on Las Olas from 4 to 8 p.m. They're so gracious to donate a portion of proceeds of the sales to our foundation, provide light bites, provide the champagne, provide the good vibes, and who knows, maybe you can have some beautiful color and mermaid patterns in your life.
Absolutely.
And you help us save the reefs, and we'll give you more reasons to choose 954. Have a good one.